All right. Yes. Yes. Yes, I was right. I was right. You know, when I've been saying for so long about stuff. Sounds very vague, doesn't it? But don't worry, I'm going to show you. This post was put out by Mr. Aqua, who is a commentator who's very big in the NRS community. But he actually seems to have something that others lack, which is called a pair of testicles. Right? Thoughts on the current competitive MK community? COVID killed a lot. Warner Brother higher ups currently killing a lot. And every day I see the community killing itself with bitching and lack of an actual focus or purpose. Now, I could very well be part of this problem. I'm not oblivious to that. I'm very well aware of what I do. And I'm very disappointed in Mortal Kombat. I'm very disappointed in the people that handle Mortal Kombat. And it's very difficult for me to sit here and just idly sit back and just not say anything. Right? Because things can happen. Things can be changed. When enough people speak out, they speak with their wallet, they share their point of view. It's happened with big games, even things like World of Warcraft, where they thought that they were doing everything perfectly fine, and then eventually everything just came to a head, be it with the controversies that happened with stuff at the workplace, and the game itself as well. Across all their franchises, actually, with Blizzard, they had to take a really good hard look at what they were doing. And now, as a fan of World of Warcraft, I can say that their roadmap and everything like that they're doing is absolutely incredible. They have listened to the community, they have knuckled down and gone, you know what? We need to make this fun and a game again. Will you stop playing with the damn thing? Damn cat's trying to eat the charging cable. You got a death wish. You know, he's going to take about 5 of those 9 lives if you do that. So just settle down, Cupcake. You just sit there and be shitty. I don't care, right? I'm saving your life, bro. This is what daddies do. Anyway, so I can see in most people's gameplay and content that most of you don't even enjoy playing. What a shock. I am shocked. Shocked. Not really. I've been saying this stuff for fucking ever. I have been saying this stuff even well before the game came out. There is a lack of expression and fun. That made me tap the sign. There's such a staleness to everyone's copy-paste play from what they see the same few folks doing. I told you. I told you. I have been telling people for God knows how long. Right? A few things I was correct about. The cameos destroying the game. They absolutely have destroyed the game, right? The cameos allow weak people that can't play one-on-one fighting games to actually be able to play them because it means that they can play with a chronic deficit in the skill that they actually have by using something that just fills it in, right? Not to mention the fact that I have also been pointing out that, you know, like people go, oh, well, every single fighting game is the same. No, it's not. Every single other fighting game, you can play any way you want, right? When you have limitations, it actually breeds innovation, right? When you take the brakes, when you take all the brakes off the car and you think, oh, you could just go as fast as you want. But when you go as fast as you want, it's harder to steer. You can't just do suddenly sharp turns, otherwise you're going to crash and burn. So when you're going really fast, guess what? You have to keep on the straight and fucking narrow, so that way you keep safe. It's the most optimal path. And that's exactly what the gameplay is like when it comes to NRS games, right? They are all the same. There is no innovation. It's an illusion. And I've been saying the shit that Mr. Ack was saying here about the same copy and paste stuff, because that's exactly what people do. They take these systems where they go, oh, you got full freedom to do everything. But that's the problem, isn't it? That is the illusion. Because what happens is that people will only focus on the path of least resistance to get through, to achieve their objective, whether it be to just simply have wins, to get the content that is locked in Kombat League levels, so you've got to grind through that horrific crap. So people will not innovate, they will not play outside of their wheelhouse. They will just go, no, I need the most broken character, the most broken cameo, the most broken combo for those two, and off we pop. And that's it. Oh, are the only pros going to call out him now for saying the same thing that I've been saying this whole time? Oh, you didn't know Uplock. Shut the fuck. No one gives a shit about Uplock, right? Nobody cares. It's a meme. You tried to own me with that, and I turned it into my own meme. I'm just, you know, I went all Jesus with that, right? You can't take that from me. It's all mine, right? You won't win because it's a joke. It's hilarious. The fact that, like, you know, people have put this game on a pedestal because it's got the dragon logo on the side of the tin, and that's something else I've been saying as well. This fan base is garbage. The NRS fan base is garbage. Mortal Kombat fans are different. Mortal Kombat fans can go, this is a great Mortal Kombat game, that's a shit one. That's the difference between the two communities. 100%. And so you now have a guy who commentates, who is all in on the whole competitive side of it, calling out this shit that I have been calling out for fucking months and months and months. As soon as I saw the gameplay, I'm like, oh, that's looking a bit stiff. Oh yeah, man, that's not looking good. It's looking like the same janky shit that we got in MK11, the same janky shit we got in MK10, the same janky shit in Injustice and Injustice 2, because the base engine for their fighting model is crap. It's just crap. And so what they're trying to do is they're trying to basically like put a band-aid on an amputated leg. That's how bad whatever they're using is. And it's been like that after, like every game after MK9. If you put MK9, like I've shown the game in stream. People go, wow, MK9 is so smooth. It's so just fluid, right? That right there, right, that shit right there is exactly what I and so many other people have been seeing this whole time. It's what they experience when they go online, right? As soon as you fight a Scorpion, you know what they're going to do. You fight a Darius, you know what they're going to do. You fight a Kung Lao, Raiden, Cage, you know, Sub-Zero, any character that's basically used in Kombat League, right? Which ain't much. They all do the same thing. They all do the same copy and paste combo over and over and over again. I did a video before this one, right? Talking about, is it going to be hard for MK fans to go into Tekken? And like Harang has like, what? 146 moves, I think it was, in his move list. 146. You probably could use only a tenth of that and still beat people. You can play any way you like. There is no, oh yeah, you can sit there and do like, you know, the big combos and juggle them and stuff like that. But that's not the only way to win. And you can easily get around that stuff because of it. Because they got great systems in place. Which is what makes Tekken a great fighting game series. Let's continue. He goes, top players can definitely do more, but I don't know how we can achieve that. Money talks to them, and that's about it these days. We needed their full support and a whole ass community years ago. It's probably going to take them going broke to realize it. I absolutely 100% fully support NetherRealm hitting rock bottom. 100%. Just crash and burn. It's done. Warner Brothers, you're done. These developers and companies will never learn the most sacred thing when it comes to creating games or TV shows or comics or movies. The customer base. And when you have a gigantic customer base that you shit on with your stupid woke politics crap and your crappy game design and your stupid ass mobile, gacha freaking, loot box crap that you had in MK11, and then you take the loot boxes out, but then you just turn it into a massive mobile Korean game grind in MK1 with their mastery systems and the lack of dragon crystals you earn in game now, and just the stupid copy and paste skin colors, everything from Ronald McDonald to crap that you might wear if you went to like a freaking igloo porno convention. It's all shit. It's all just piss. Well, it's free. Well, you can download free mobile games that give way more better quality than that. Anyway, but content creation will keep them solely focused and fed. Yes, and this is where there's a problem with shills. And a problem with people that don't acknowledge the fact that this is not a fun game overall. The tiny subset of people that are just like the loyal freaking terriers to to NetherRealm won't let it go. Right? They're like a pit bull with lockjaw. They're just going to bite onto that and they're never going to let go. It doesn't matter how many times people are beating over the head going, listen, this is not good. Let it go. They just won't. Because they're addicted to, the idea that this thing can do no wrong. Right? That's why people don't like shills. That's why people don't like some of the unipros. Okay? That's part of it too. I'm guilty of it, but I try my best. Another part is that our community, this is why I made the channel not completely focused on Mortal Kombat. That's why I can talk about other fighting games. I don't care if I don't get as big of views. This is a fighting game channel, right? And I love Mortal Kombat, and there's a lot to talk about Mortal Kombat, but I can put out videos that get only a tiny amount of views, but I'm happy because it's still stuff that I love, because I love fighting games. People that have built their entire channels on NRS games, if this stuff keeps going south, they're going to get into a rude awakening, right? Because they're not going to have any content left. And that's what happens too, actually, when you see some of these shills where they make lots of clickbait, like Bad Underarm Smell and Uncaged Games and all these people, where they are trying to milk every single thing that they possibly can. But not because they care, because it's money in their pocket, right? Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't do stuff for free. I'm not saying that. But at least be honest about it, right? At least be honest about what you're doing. Another part is that our community has almost as many events as active community members. There is less of a focus on one of a few places, hence more of a scattered feel. We will see. I'm hopeful and still grinding to bring folks together, trying to pull an offline off again, but I just turned things around, so we'll see. Offlines are expensive. Try and host one if you don't believe me. I plan on building our Coliseum more in 2024, as well as with online events that just give us something fun to do in between offlines. I know online isn't the move, but the root of our issues are far deeper. We need to learn to have fun again, in my opinion, and start there. Well, holy shit. What have I been saying this whole fucking time? This is a video game. It's a product created to have fun with. If it's not fun, people are just going to drop that shit like a hot potato and piss off to something else. I am seeing Mortal Kombat fans talking about going to Tekken, going to Street Fighter, going to King of Fighters, going to... Dude, I had a dude in my... when I was in Discord the other... what was it, 2 days ago, yesterday, whenever it was? No, 2 days ago, I think it was. And I was just streaming, just like in Discord, some Grand Blue. He was so interested, he downloaded the free version and bought it before he even got online, I think, and fought. Because he was so impressed. And he's been having a ball, absolute ball with this game. Because at the end of the day, it is supposed to be fun. And there has been so much focus on esports. And, oh, you can make money, and you can do this and do that, that they have lost sight of what this thing is supposed to be. It is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun. right? And maybe you sitting there doing the same copy-paste combo, taking off somebody's health at half a pip every time, is somehow an enjoyable experience. But most people don't want that to happen to them. Most people don't find that engaging anyway. What is the point of sitting there, oh, okay, well, if I don't do this, I will lose. I can't play any other way. Now, to a pro player, then be like, well, yeah, you can. But most people are like, look, I don't care. Isn't it weird that, like, Tekken, which has, like, probably, like, 10, if not more, times the amount of moves in the entire game versus, say, Mortal Kombat 1, and yet does not feel like, and it's not because of the amount of moves, it's because of the way the game's designed, right? You can play whatever, like I've said before, you can play it any way you like, you know? If you only use like a couple of small combos and some of your throws, that's it. You can do that and you can beat people because it's not based on the fact that, oh no, you've got to do this massive hit string, you've got to push them into the wall. That's the only way you can win. It's the only way you can win. It's not like that in Tekken, okay? And most people just want to load it up and have some fun with their friends. We're getting a brand new fighting like Tekken series game coming out at the end of this month. It's going to have crossplay that's going to connect all the major platforms. Mortal Kombat's dead. What are they releasing? Camel Toe, bitch? Who gives a shit about that cameo? Who gives a crap about that? Nobody gives a shit. You got Tekken coming out. No one gives a crap about that anymore. Right? So, that's a great post. Stuff that I myself have said this whole time. Right? That, and not just because I've been saying it, I've been seeing so many other people saying it. But now you have one of your own, out of the PvP side of the community, going, yeah, this is shit. Right? And maybe it's time, you know, that NetherRealm and Warner Brothers learn a very hard lesson. And they start looking around at their competitors and going, how do we get back to having fun again? His last comment is fantastic. P.S. Please see this as a hobby first, don't bet your life on it. Which I know even like Sloppy Seconds has talked about. Foxy's talked about that in a video, saying, listen, you can't make a career out of this. You know, because it's such a finite amount of people. And then within that, there's such a finite of people that are actually good enough to win. Foxy's been lucky enough to be able to win. He's done some great stuff, you know. But outside of that, you know, you're better off doing stuff on YouTube. But again, these people, they shove themselves into a corner of, oh, all I can do is put out combo videos. Oh, look at this combo video. Look at this beef set. Yeah, whatever. Right? Like, after a while, it gets dull and boring. What else do you have to offer? There are people who go, oh, there's nothing to talk about in fighting games. Bullshit. There is so much content that you can make from these games that aren't just, oh, who's the strongest character? This is stupid shit, right? Who's the strongest character? What's the biggest combo? Nah. Nah. The ideas and some of the stuff I've already implemented is what makes me happy when it comes to covering this stuff. And I will continue to do that because it is fun. Again, if you're a content creator, the main purpose of what you're doing should also be fun. Absolutely, because otherwise, you know, if you're doing it as for money first or as a job, then it will kill your creativity. So, but yes. Thank you, Mr. Ackroyd. Great post. A sentiment shared by many, many people out there. Everywhere. So, anyway, guys, catch you next time.